It's been forever since I last did a tag video here on YouTube, and I saw this on Beauty Bean's channel. It is the eyeshadow lover. It's an eyeshadow palette tag, and I wanted to do this, so I have the questions right over here. I'm gonna start reading them and giving you my answers. The first question is a palette I regret that I didn't buy. There's not too many. If I really want something, I'm gonna try my best to get it. But one that I wish I could have gotten was the Melt Cosmetics. I think it was the 420 palette, just because of those khaki green colors. I love kind of chartreusey, poopy green colors. And I wish I would have gotten it. I don't know why I didn't. It was one of those things that I think I put in the back burner. So yeah, that's the one palette that I kind of wish I would have gotten. Question number 2, a palette I regret buying. I do have two. They're actually quads. There's these two. So this is the Charlotte Tilbury, the Rock Chick quad. I don't know why I got this one. I feel like, I mean, this was when Charlotte Tilbury Cosmetics first launched, so everyone on YouTube was raving about it. And I feel like I got this just so I would follow the footsteps of other creators, but it wasn't that bronzy palette that everyone had. I wanted to be different, so I got this. Yeah. I don't know what I was thinking. This is so expensive for a quad, so I don't know why. I mean, I fell for the hype. I fell for the hype. The other thing that I fell for the hype, this was a palette that I built on Anastasia's website. I think I did it on Cyber Monday, so it wasn't too expensive, but I've only reached for this maybe like 2 or 3 times, so in that sense it's a waste of space and a waste of money as well. So this is, yeah, just a quad. I don't know why I chose these two colors. The matte browns are nice. They're nothing special. I don't find her formula to be better than, I don't know, like a NYX formula, or I mean some of the other palettes that I will be talking about. So yeah, this was just like a meh quad that I built, and I regret even buying it. Question number 3, a palette I haven't used as much as I thought. This one, this palette just immediately came to my mind. This is the neon palette from Huda Beauty, and it is the neon green one. Obviously the color is the color of the packaging is very, very me. I thought I was gonna get a lot more use out of this. This first row is neon green. It is what I wanted from this palette. But then you get to this section. This is actually quite nice, and you can see there's a dent in it. I have used it a lot. But the other colors are just not, they're not it. This, I'm so confused, like why these two, they're so similar, especially on the eyelids. I just do not understand why they would pair these with these. And there's just so many damn shimmers in this palette that I don't know, it's lacking something like a darker green or a darker, maybe darker purple, just to contrast with the green. Yeah, it's too many shimmers. The color story is just weird. Question number 4, a palette I used more than I thought. This one immediately came to mind, and this is the Morphe, was it 25L palette that they released not this past, was it 2 years ago? I love this palette. I wish they would re-release this. This is the second Morphe palette I've purchased, and I don't plan on purchasing anymore unless they release one with a very interesting color story. But this, all the colors just perform really nicely. The mattes, the shimmers. Obviously it's a rainbow palette, so you have a lot to play around with. But yeah, this was one that I purchased because I wanted to try it out. I figured it wasn't that expensive, so let me test it out, and I use it a ton. Question number 5, my favorite half neutral, half colorful palette. This is another one that could basically be another rainbow palette. This is the Carity Professional 21 Highly Pigmented Eyeshadow. So it looks like this. This I purchased because of Jay Kissa. I saw her use this. So it looks like this. It is pretty beat up, as you can tell, but it's just all matte eyeshadows, basically any color that you want. There's a lot of neutrals in this section as well as over here, but then you also have your colorful eyeshadows. Everything blends out so well. I feel like Carity is one of those makeup brands that you don't really hear much about here on YouTube, but they deserve the hype. Their matte eyeshadows are very, very nice. Question number 6, a palette I bought for the packaging. So for this one, I could just mention this once again, the Huda Beauty Neon Green palette, but I also did buy this back in the day because of the packaging, but also because of the colors. I mean, they were really nice. So this is from Kat Von D. This is the Pastel Goth. This was when Kat Von D was at the top of the beauty game. Everything she was releasing was interesting, unique. This was way before any of those controversies came to light. But yeah, I mean, the packaging was cool. The eyeshadows themselves were really cool. There's really not much I can say. I mean, I do use this occasionally, but I try not to use it too much in videos just because this is super old. Question number 7, a palette that you like the shimmers more than the mattes. This was super easy because it's this guy. This was sent to me by Urban Decay, but this is the Urban Decay Stoned Vibes palette. It looks like this. Oh my god, it looks so pretty. But the shimmers are beautiful. The mattes, they're not bad. I mean, they're there to complement the shimmers, but the shimmers are stunning. They're so nice. I have so many videos using this palette on Instagram and TikTok. It's such a beautiful, I mean, I don't feel like the camera does the shimmers any justice, but they're so multi-dimensional. They're easy to apply with just your fingertips. Question number 8, a palette you like the mattes more than the shimmers. So we're doing the opposite. So for this one, I immediately thought of the Mila's Cosmetics Flower Bomb palette, as well as the Kimchi Chic 2 Queens 1 Desert palette. These two palettes are newer to my collection, but the mattes in this palette, they're beautiful. They're velvety, they're buttery, super pigmented. They blend out so nicely, and the colors are beautiful. So this palette also has not only shimmers, but it also has glitters, which I'm not a huge fan of pressed glitters. I could have done with maybe just 6 of them, but well, there are 6, huh? I can't count. But I could have done with less of the pressed glitters and more mattes. But yeah, I don't hate them, but the mattes are beautiful. They're stunning. They're amazing. Highly recommend. So with the Kimchi Chic palette, there's definitely a lot more mattes, which is great for me. But the shimmers are a little underwhelming. I'm not sure if that goes for every single one of the palettes in the Kimchi Chic line. This was my very first eyeshadow palette that I've tried from the brand, but the mattes are really great. Some of them do take a little bit more layering, like this guy, but overall, yeah, I do like the mattes a lot more than the shimmers. Question number 9, a palette that happily surprised you. I have 2 new palettes as well. So this is the Mila's Cosmetics, the Neon Cake Liners palette that you've seen me use quite a bit all over Instagram, TikTok, as well as here. I've used it in my last few makeup videos. So it looks like this. It's so versatile. It's so easy to use as well. I'm in love with this. The other palette that really surprised me was this guy from Beauty Babe. This is the Bright Matte 42 color palette. It's the one I have on my eyes right now. I mean, for the price, I did not expect the formula to be this good. It's so smooth, very pigmented. The purples are some of the smoothest, most pigmented purples I've tried. And usually purples can go on a little bit patchy, but not these ones. I can't complain about this. It's I mean, it's a little, it's really big actually, but for the price and the quality, I was just so pleasantly surprised. And the last question, a palette with the most interesting color story. So for this one, I thought of the Kimchi Chic 2 Queens 1 Desert palette. I just thought the color story, it's very fitting to the theme of the desert, but it's also super interesting. I've never seen this combination of greens and warm like terracotta shades. It's just very unique. It definitely caught my eye. Another one that I forgot to take out, but I can take it out right now, that I love the color story, was the Melt Cosmetics. This is the Muerte palette, I believe. Is this Muerte or Vida? I think it's the, no, this is the Vida. The Vida palette, sorry. There were 2 palettes. I got Vida. Muerte was the one that had the reds and the blues, I believe. But this is another color story that I really loved. Obviously, I was really attracted to these greens, but overall, this color story just, it's very true to Dia de los Muertos in Mexican culture. They just did a beautiful job, and not only the packaging, but the colors themselves. I should use it a little bit more, but it is limited edition and they're no longer selling it. It's a stunning palette. Highly recommend it if you can find it. And that was it for this tag video. If you haven't done it and you're an eyeshadow lover like I am, I tag you. Yes, you. Any eyeshadow lover. Yeah, you can feel free to do this video. If you're brand new to this channel, make sure to subscribe to see brand new videos from me. I'll see you guys very soon in my next video. Bye!